We got a new team member. Hey, Kiana, what's going on? Miss Davis, how you doing? Mm-mm-mm. Hey, y'all, this weather change got me a little. What's up, Janae? How you doing today? I got y'all for about 25 minutes before I have to go in this damn building. Well, good day, Emmy. Good day. Hey, so I want to jump on into this thing, and I want to talk to you guys about tokens. And when I talk about tokens, I'm going to talk about past life tokens. See, a lot of people, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I've been analyzing a lot of things around. And well, let me just say it like this. I ain't gonna tell you guys my experience. I'll just tell you guys what you should be looking out for, so you can understand what I'm saying when it comes to past life tokens and your specific past life token. So I came up with this phrase last night when I was just doing a little study, and I had just did True Spook. I had a great live afterwards on my Patreon channel. It was beautiful. And all of the things that came about was I started looking through all of my stuff because I had went to my storage, and I was looking through all of my things, and I was looking at the stuff I've accumulated over the years. Good stuff, bad stuff, uh, karmic stuff. I mean, celestial gifts and celestial insults, which is all a total thing that I'm working on. I'm processing these comments and words that's coming to my mind's eye. Well, then I started looking at, you know, past life tokens. And it came to my mind, and I say, so what is a past life token? What would that consist of, and why? So the first thing I picked up was a golf pin. If you don't know what a golf pin is, like when you're playing golf and the ball hit, and so somebody else can hit after you down range, you put your pin in there, to give you a rough estimate of where your ball dropped, so the next person can go. So I had found a golf pin. And when I looked at the golf pin, it took me back to an old memory, a thought process, idea, how I got into golfing, that type of thing. So I said this was a past life token. It had to be, because prior to that, when it came to golfing, I didn't. I wasn't interested in thinking about my golf clubs. I wasn't interested in thinking about anything until I saw that pin. So now I'm going to think about the time I played golf a lot. I was in a couple tournaments, that type of stuff. So then I just start opening boxes, and I pulled out a t-shirt, one of my favorite t-shirts. It's a gray shirt, circle on it with a wolf on it, right? Oh, oh, it fits me well. So I picked that up, and I like, man, I remember this t-shirt. I remember this t-shirt, and it brought me back all the good memories that I wore that t-shirt, when I wore that t-shirt. So then I started thinking about something else. I started wanting to go down memory lane even more. So I went down memory lane, and I found a statue, a little totem, a little wooden statue that I never seen before. But when I picked this statue up, it felt so new to me, it felt so real to me, and it felt old at the same time. So when I felt it, I'm like, huh, what is this? And I'm rubbing on the statue, and I'm even like biting on the old wooden statue thing. It about this a little figurine, I should call it. and I'm biting on it, and I say, "What is this?" But so I said, "Let me look at it," because it felt like something I would have played with or fondled around as a kid or something. So I look at it, and I'm like, I kept getting joy from looking at it. So I couldn't remember a time where this little statue thing was in my life. I don't know where I got it from. I can't remember where I bought it. It looks like something that should have been chiseled out, like an old man sitting on his porch should have whittled it out of a piece of wood. So I say, "Damn, spirit, what is this?" So I set it up there, and I'm holding it in my hand at the storage that is. I'm holding it in my hand, and I'm trying to tap into it, show me a memory where this come from. And when I see the memory where it come from, it was a version of me, but the version of me that wasn't me. Uh, I mean, I was still a black man, American black, but it wasn't the same time. It wasn't the same date. It was more like it wasn't no slavery shit, no cowboys and Indian type shit that you see on the movie. It was a aristocratic black time, as if I was a noble, and the little wooden statue that I had in my hand was made for me. I don't know if that's making any sense to you guys, and you guys help me out if you can understand. But I was a noble aristocratic, and that was my toy as a little boy. So I'm thinking like, if I never seen this toy before in my life, how did it get in my storage? How did it get in my luggage, in my storage stuff inside of my storage? Because everybody, y'all know I downsized when I bought my RV, so I keep a lot of my personals in storage because I ain't throwing away all my shit. So I'm sitting up there and I'm like, damn, this is it. So I asked my mind's eye to show me exactly where this come from, and again, it showed me as an aristocratic noble of a little black man. So I got happy. So I say, this must be a past life token. And that's what the energy came, a past life token. Now, what is these things used for? I don't know. But again, that had me going through a lot more of my stuff. So now I found some drums, like one of the little drums you'll get from Ross, little small African drums you get from Ross. And I know I got a couple of them on my altars or in my house, in my spirit room, in my house and things. Here's a drum that I never seen before. Boom, 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 boom. Just a little small drum. I never seen this drum before. So while I'm inside the storage, I pick it up and I beat it. As I beat the drum, I get this feeling of surge of energy, and I want to dance, and I want to, just show out. But I'm like, where am I getting this from? I ain't never, beat a drum or had nobody beat a drum around me, go to a drumming circle, and I feel this type of energy. So again, I said, this must be another, past life token. So it sent me down the rabbit hole, and then I just was at the story so long, I started shifting things around. I started organizing. I started looking inside old bins and shit, old stuff, and I'm looking at stuff that reminds me of the good. I'm looking at stuff that reminds me of the bad. I'm looking at a lot of things that remind me of just a lot of things. And again, it permeated in my mind past life tokens. Now, why is this so important to you guys, and why am I bringing you guys my personal experience? Good people. Some of you guys have a lot of stuff around you. Some of you guys you guys be finding a lot of coins. You guys may find a lot of pictures. You guys may find an old shirt, a silk scarf. You guys may just find an old spoon, silverware in your house. I want you guys to start taking that stuff, and I want you guys to start holding it in your hand, and I want you guys to start trying to connect with the energy that's coming from those items that just shows up out of nowhere in your life, that shows up out of nowhere in your household and at your job. You've been working at this place for 20 years, and your desk is here, and you've never seen something right there and it got dust on it, meaning that you just overlooked it. Pick that bitch up, and try to connect your energy with it. Maybe, just maybe, it will reveal something that you've lost over time, throughout your lifetimes, throughout your personal journeys, etc. I mean, when I sat up there and I did that, man, I was amazed to see that, a wooden toy, which I put back in the storage. I'm not, I didn't toss it. I put back in the storage in the box. A wooden toy that showed me that in one of my past lives, I was an aristocratic black noble. That's a beautiful thing to see that we all come from slaves and workers and boats in Africas and shit. To see that I was a French aristocratic black man with the nice French clothes on and shit, that type of shit, Renaissance era. Uh, and to just go down memory lane. So people, so again, I hope you guys can understand what I'm saying. When I'm talking to you guys about past life tokens, there's shit around us that can really unlock our memory, our thought process, our spiritual power. Now, when I played that drum that I never seen before, when I played the drum and I got feeling the dance, it took me to a place of like I was rhythmatic, like I can do anything, I can move and stuff, and it just makes me feel good. And I think right now in this world we need that. Some of us need to get our ass down memory lane. Some of us need to really start ciphering and cleaning out drawers and cabinetry and old pictures and old clothes that we haven't worn in years. Some of us need to really look into that and start finding solace in self, start finding the glory and the beauty inside each other. I mean, inside of one another, ourselves, I should say. Because if I never found that statue, had it never appeared, I wouldn't have had the energy to know that, I was somebody. That's a memory I can take and I can put inside my mind's eye. That I could put inside my mind's eye when I'm down, depressed, or lonely. That type of thing. Oh, look, a Caribbean woman said, "Come here." And okay, I lost my track because I was seeing what was going on over there. I'm still at the mall. I was early here. I get to work pretty early. But yeah, back to it. So now back to this. Now imagine people that you guys do spring cleaning, winter cleaning. So a lot of us is gonna bring out our winter clothes now. If you're like me, you keep your winter clothes, winter blankets, winter sheets separated. So now a lot of us finna go and start bringing out our winter gear because it's turn of the season. When you start bringing out those winter towels, those winter blankets for your snow in parties, if you're up in the north, that type of thing, start sitting up there, grabbing and holding on to this thing. Wrap yourself in those blankets and stuff and start thinking about the memory. I mean, start thinking about the past life you could have had. And I'm not talking about past life as in you died this life and you died that life. I'm talking about past life tokens, meaning like the life you lived, the experiences, I should say. I should call them past experience tokens, whether it was in this lifetime or not. Guys, start going through your shit. Start picking out stuff. Start seeing where you fit in at. Start getting the feel and the energy of items that made you feel a certain way, whether it was good, bad, or indifferent. Some of y'all holding on to past life tokens that made you feel so shitty that you just can't get rid of. I'll tell you something I'll be transparent when it comes to holding on to past life tokens that I can't get rid of. So I bought this picture for a ex-girlfriend of mine. So when I had that picture of an ex-girlfriend of mine, I bought it. Little small little stand picture. That picture reminded me of her so much. Even when we broke up, we had a horrible breakup. I still had that picture. I would still have that picture in the frame. And when I had that picture in the frame, I would very much so be like, okay, and I look at it and it would remind me of her. It would remind me of our relationship. It didn't remind me of the good times. It reminded me of the bad time. So it took a lot out of me to throw that thing away. And I recently threw that thing away about 3 years ago. I recently had to chuck it. But again, that was a past life token, that an experience that I felt. Some of y'all are holding on to shit. Clear statement. Some of y'all got old pictures of dick and pussy in your phone from old lovers and everything that you've dealt with in the past, and you guys haven't deleted that shit, and you in a new relationship, or you and that person ain't talking years. Go and start clearing out your phone. These are past life tokens that allow you to experience that person, live that person, be in that person's energy, even when that person is not in yours, even when you don't supposed to be in that person's energy. A lot of y'all sitting up there allowing people to a lot of y'all sit up there and y'all still got those people contacts in your phone. I'm just gonna be G. Since we're in the digital era, I want you guys to hear me. Some of y'all still got those contacts in your phone of those people, name however you name them, and then you look at it, scroll up there, you'll see their name, their number, they this and that. Those are past life tokens that put you back in the memory, whether it was a good memory, a bad memory, indifferent memory. Sometimes people, we got to learn to get rid of past life tokens, but we got to feel them out. We got to get the energy from them to know, should we keep that in our life or should we let it go. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying here, because there is a lot of shit, past life tokens, that we carry around, that we hold, that we just keep, and it just keeps our life stagnant. It keeps us fucked up. It keeps us in a bad sense of doing this and doing that. And me personally, I don't want to experience my past lives too much. I don't want to experience any experiences that put me in a negative light. Now, positive, cool, because it strengthens me. Anything negative is just going to tear me down and make me depressed, or have me longing for something that's no longer mine or no longer in my atmosphere. I'm gonna look at the comments a little bit and see if you guys got any questions for me or what I'm saying, because I think I'm confusing my own brain. Believe it or not, I know what I say up here, but I don't know if it's coming out proper to you guys. Juju babe, I said, you make me think about the large wooden spoon. Yeah, the large wooden spoon and fork our grandparents had as decorations on the walls. I got beat with that thing. That was hoodoo, African culture, and we didn't realize it, but that was our connection. Yes, true. Janae says, I totally understand what you are talking about. Thank you so much, because in my mind, I know what I'm saying, but I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. A lot of our disappointment, our depression, our sadness, and I'm going to the dark side right now. A lot of that comes from things that we no longer have. We can no longer obtain. That's no longer in our fear, and we long for it. And when we see an image of it, a picture of it, and we get a thought of it, we'll be like, damn, man, I wish I had that shit though. Because even in my phone, I had to clear out some nudes and shit that women had sent me that I'm no longer screwing and something like that. And if I keep looking at them pictures, scrolling up, oh man, damn, that good pussy, that, damn, that chick did. That'll put me in the set that I can't deal with my woman, or I don't want to deal with the woman that's coming for me, because I'm too busy looking at, harking along the past, living that past life token, that experience. Same thing. If I'm sitting up there looking at pictures of women and stuff that I want in my life, and aesthetics and shit, and it's like, damn, I want that bitch, damn, I want that bitch. How can I see what the hell God got for me directly beside me? That type of energy. And let's say, let's go to the happiest part of life. Let's say you're at a moment in your life where you done celebrated a great occasion. You done went to Disney World. You done set up, went to Universal. You done did so much shit. You done had a great family cookout, picnic, celebration, and then life ain't going so good for you right now. Then you look at those tokens, or you grab that little charm, or that shit that keepsake, and then next thing you know, you're sad again. You're in the energy. We're not saying, okay, I remember that time I explored the Andes mountains and shit, and I climbed to the top, and you brought back a rock or some shit. You ain't saying, damn, that was a great time, I wish I could go back. You saying, damn, that was a great time. My body is not operating like it should, or my mindset or my health is not where it's supposed to be. That shit makes you depressed. These are past life tokens. I remember there was this actor. Y'all may know him. He's I don't know his name, but he just a creepy ass actor. But he did some really good stuff. So he liked to collect throwing knives, ninja throwing knives, like shurikens and daggers and that type of thing. And he mentioned the terminology, these are my past life items, because in his life he always felt he was a warrior that threw knives at people. Like he was a knife throwing warrior type guy, white guy. And he said, and it was one that he kept, and he made a statement. I forget what he said. He made a statement. He said, this knife right here was the one that I feel landed in my back. This was a knife right here that I feel I was killed with. And he kept on toting that knife, and he carried that knife everywhere he went. He carried inside his bosom things, inside his trailers. He say he carried that knife because that was a knife he thinks somebody took from him or stole from him and stabbed him in the back with it. So now he carried that thing. And all throughout his Hollywood career, he trusted no one. And that knife was something that he held on to that should show him that he should never trust nobody. Now, by him carrying that blade and him not learning to trust anybody, he died in Hollywood without any friends. He died in Hollywood without no real people to take him up and through there to celebrate him and all that stuff there. And he was okay with that. But imagine if he wouldn't have held on to that keepsake, that past life keepsake about being betrayed, stabbed in the back. Keep in mind, in this lifetime, nobody ever stabbed him in the back. He didn't let him. He never got literally hurt with that blade. But he had it and it felt that real to him when he touched it. So he lived his life by that. So my question is, how many of you guys are living your life via something that you own, you've touched, you've held on to, a keepsake, a past life token that you are or that you are basing your whole entire life off of. You're basing the way people talk to you. You're basing the way you handle people. You're basing the way you deal with people. You're basing the way just anything. You're just, I got this, as long as I got this, I'm gonna live like that. He must have been a Scorpio. I don't know what his zodiac sign was, but he was a pretty cool white actor. He always played a creepy role, man. He always played a villain in Italian movies too. He played a lot of. I remember his name. His name will pop up later. But how many of y'all are holding on to shit like that? I mean, seriously. Let's go. Let's go to another. Let's go to another one. One of my favorite actors, Wesley Snipes. As you know, one of my favorite actors, Wesley Snipes. Wesley Snipes carries a clothing pin with him at all times. Well, he used to. I don't know about now because I haven't seen any of his interviews. But back in the day, when Blade was out and Wesley Snipes were doing Passenger 57, all those great movies, when they was doing his interviews, Wesley Snipes carried a clothing pin with him. And he said that clothing pin he carried with him on all his movie sets and his trailers. Sometimes he had it in the pocket of his costume, and he would play with it. That clothing pin reminded him of how his mother used to do other people's laundry. And he one day he helped his mom do laundry, and his words. And when he helped his mom do laundry, he took that clothing pin off and he clipped it to his thumb, and he was walking around with that clothing pin on his thumb or some. He clipped it, and he forgot, but he like put it up, but he remembered and he went and got that clothing pin back in. I don't know what happened to his parents. I can't remember the interview and I don't want to misquoting. But he said he kept that clothing pin with him, even in Hollywood, to understand where he come from, his humble beginnings, etc., etc. And people listen to that. Two people that did extremely well in life, they all had keepsakes that made them who they are. Wesley Snipes was a very charitable man. Wesley Snipes wanted to build his community up. Wesley Snipes has and have so much ambition for the black community. It's wrong till they got on him for trying to build a compound in Ocala, Florida, for black people to come and have sanctuary. That's why they stopped it. That's his heart. But that clothing pin was behind that, because he saw his mama work, 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 work. And that clothing pin was something to do with it. See, people, these are past life tokens and keepsakes. And I'm telling you guys something that sometimes the shit that we hold on to can either make us or break us. As in the first actor, he didn't trust nobody. He couldn't form no connection because he kept thinking he was gonna get stabbed in the back with that knife. The second one, Wesley Snipes, that clothing pin, he wanted to just hold people together. He wanted something to secure people, and that's how he built his life, and that got him in trouble. But either way, I'm just telling you, these past life keepsakes, these past life token, that random shit we find, grab them motherfuckers, take the energy, fill it out, see what energy you get from it, see what vision you get come in your heart, see what comes in into your soul. And if it's not a good thing, toss it. If it's not something that you're gonna use right now, get rid of that shit. Man, don't keep those keepsakes and past life tokens around, because them shits can hurt you, man. Them shits can kill you, hurt you. They can cripple you in so other many ways. They can stifle your growth. Some of y'all ain't never gonna find your motherfucking purpose in life because you're too busy holding on to some shit that made you feel some sort of way back in the day. Some of y'all ain't never gonna find your husband or your woman in life because you're too busy holding on to energies and ideas and keepsakes that made you feel some sort of way. Man, start getting that shit out your life. And I ain't talking about spring cleaning, that type of shit. Although that's good. I'm talking about real life shit that you keep. I mean, we ain't talking about old clothes. I'm talking about old dollar bills. You went on your first date, movie tickets, plane tickets when you flew out and had your, first flying rendezvous fuck or something. I mean, get rid of that. Rip that shit up. That ain't serving you no good. You know what I'm saying? That shit ain't serving you no good. The first set of panties you took from a girl after y'all fucked and she leave her panties at your house. Nigga, that shit don't serve you no good. Get that shit out your house. Same thing, women. First time y'all kept the condom or some shit. Keep saying the first time you lost your virginity. That shit ain't serving you no purpose. Get rid of that shit. I'm going to the carnal because this is where our brains at now. I done hit you with the digital, I done hit you with the purpose. Now I'm hitting you with the carnal. Y'all gotta live, y'all gotta do this thing right. How you doing, Lily Rose? KL Straight, how you doing? So people, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Past life tokens really do something to us. And with these past life tokens, man, we gotta, if they not serving us no higher purpose, no good, get rid of them shits. Don't even think about it no more. Just get rid of them things, man. But if you got one that make you feel good and it's gonna give you a purpose and idea in life, embrace that thing and go with it. Empress of Air and Fire. Boy, y'all be coming up with some cool ass names. I love it. I love it. All right, I'm finna let you guys go. I gotta get in here, but hey, just to let you know, for the Patreon, December 2nd, sacrifice. Can I say that nowadays? For the December 2nd thing that I do for every December to sacrifice the prosperity work I do for everybody. Right now, it's going for $100. The information is on my Patreon of how things supposed to be and go. Please look into it. The last day for me to receive your letters will be the 30th of November. If you know, you know. If you don't, you better ask somebody in the tribe. The last day I will check the mailbox to see if your letters were there. The latest is November the 30th because December the 2nd I will be off in the woods doing what I got to do that I always do. So I really want you guys to get involved. Anybody who's asking about it, please tell somebody. Please tell a friend. Let them know, and make sure you put your name on that thing too. If you on the letter that you're seeing, and that's about it. Well, I'm finna get out of here, y'all. All right, everybody. I am the Baron, telling you guys to trust you in the universe because at the end of the day, that's all you got. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all. Soul Tribe. Y'all be good. Have a great one.